email from one of our viewers to you. You can make your point, but let's tee it up with this email because I think they may be linked. This is from Arash Hakimnia, and he says, in his recent article, Dr. Zizek cited Mao's phrase, "There is great chaos under heaven. The situation is excellent," in relation to Egypt. Could he explain?
Oh, of course, I'm not praising chaos. I know myself, I found myself a couple of times in a situation of public disorder, how dangerous this is. But let's be frank, without this momentary openness, where you don't know who is in power, I mean chaos in this sense, where those in power are really, well, in a situation which I love, you know, sorry for this indecent metaphor, but I love it. You know, in Tom and Jerry cartoons, you have often a scene when a cat walks, then it walks over the precipice, and it's nothing beneath its feet, but it doesn't yet fall down. When it looks down and sees that it has no ground under its feet, it falls down. Those in power must find themselves in such a situation in order to fall down. That's where we should push Mubarak. Just so that he will be above the precipice, nothing to stand on, as it were. But linking to this, what do I mean by chaos? Listen, even Iran, which is cold, as you see, there was a popular uprising, now what happened? The last troubles with Mousavi elections, the big demonstrations there, why don't read Egyptian events? Together with big popular upheaval after Mousavi election was stolen in Iran. So we see that even in Iran, the battle is not yet decided. Hardliners didn't simply win. People still want freedom and so on. In other words, what this means retroactively is that Khomeini revolution wasn't simply a fundamentalist Islamist takeover. There was a genuine democratic potential in it. Point two, there is one big difference, and here I totally agree with Tariq again, between Iran and Egypt. In Iran, the basic interpretive frame, the way the revolution understood itself, was nonetheless Khomeini, the unquestionable leader, revolution, and as it were, those leftists, Marxists, had, as it were, to smuggle themselves into it. In Egypt, it's the opposite. I saw 2 days ago an interview on TV with a member of Muslim Brotherhood. He had to speak the language of democracy, dignity, human rights, and so on and so on. As to this fear of Israel, that now if Muslim Brotherhood takes over, war with Egypt, we are lost, and so on and so on, they should worry about something else. What is so depressive about the latest development in Israel, namely how even United States renounced putting pressure on them to stop West Bank building and so on, WikiLeaks, is the following. I remember 10 years ago I was in Israel, and all my liberal friends there were telling me, okay, we did injustice, West Bank, but listen, we have terrorist bombs, attacks all the time, we cannot negotiate now. Let the Palestinians first stop bomb, but now they did stop. Not on the West. On the West Bank, there is no so-called terror for 5 years. What is happening? The land is stolen from Palestinians even faster. Can you imagine what a depressing message this is? It is as if Israel wants to give the message to Palestinians.
All right,
sorry guys, but terror works better than peace.
Let's get Tariq Ramadan to give us his final thoughts because we have run out of time. Tariq Ramadan, in less than 30 seconds, please.
No, look, what my point here is, as we are talking from where we are, it's really for us to repeat this, and it's high time to be heard on that. We have to abide by our principles and to go for democracy and to support the people there. And this is a great responsibility for all our viewers here, is to be quite clear that we can't, in the name of security, support a dictator and accept this emotional politics that we have around the world saying, if it's not dictators, it's going to be Islamists. And once again, Islamism is a multifaceted reality. Let us challenge the people, listen to what they have to say, and understand that the Turkish example and other examples around the world could just help us to get something which is, for the Muslim majority country, democracy, independence, and let the people decide for themselves.
Gentlemen, that was immensely thought-provoking. Tariq Ramadan in Vancouver and Slavoj Zizek in Ljubljana. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Riz Khan Show. And thanks to you, the viewer, for being with us. Remember, you can follow our program on Twitter. We'll keep you notified on upcoming shows. And you can send us questions and comments to pose to our guests. On the next show, will Egypt's revolutionary fervor spill over to the rest of the region? And what are other Arab leaders doing to contain it? Make sure to tune in for that. We'll see you next time.